Howdy, everyone. Welcome back to Pastor Paul's Daily Devotion. You're here. I'm here. Let's blow it up. So this week we're talking about the Great Commission, Matthew chapter 28, verses 16 through 20. The idea that I want us to just be sitting with this week is that the Lord commands all Christians to go and make disciples of all nations. The Lord commands all Christians to go. We have to cross barriers and make disciples, that is, tell other people about Jesus, of all nations. So yesterday we talked about the word here that Jesus uses in the original language, or would have been used based on what he used, because he would have spoken Aramaic or Hebrew, and this is written in Koine Greek by Matthew, one of his followers. But the word there is for nation is ethnos, which refers to race, people, culture, or tribe. Race, people, culture, or tribe. So we need to understand here that we have Christians in every geopolitical nation on the planet, 205 nations, but we don't have a viable Christian witness to every single ethnicity, people group, dialect, okay? So to give you an example, the Joshua Project, which is a great ministry, you can Google the Joshua Project, that is tracking the gospel and how it is going to every nation, tribe, tongue, and people group. The Joshua Project indicates that there are 17,440 ethnicities or people groups in the world. 17,440. Out of that number, there are still 7,414. That's 7,414 people, groups, dialects that do not have a viable gospel witness, okay? They don't have the New Testament in their language. They don't have a church there that can proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ. So that means about 4 out of every 10 people on the planet, 4 out of every 10 people or so, do not have a viable gospel witness at this time, okay? So why is this important? A lot of people are really worked up about, are we in the end times, and what is going on in Russia and Ukraine? Is this Gog and Magog? How does this fit in with Jesus and all of his talk about the end times, and Paul and all of his talk about the end times, and Ezekiel and Revelation? All this kind of stuff is going around. I don't know the answers to that, but I can tell you what it says in Matthew 24:14. This is what Jesus said about the end times in Matthew 24:14. He says, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations," same word that's used in Matthew 28, nations, ethnos, "and then the end will come." This gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So look, here's the deal. Until, if we're understanding this correctly, until we get a viable gospel witness into the 7,414 ethnic groups that do not have one, Jesus will not come back. He will not come back until we get the gospel to those remaining 7,414 groups. We get a church planted, we get the New Testament or other scriptures translated into their dialect. So that needs to be our focus, not is this the end times? We've been in the end times since Jesus left. The focus needs to be our shared mission, our co-mission, the great co-mission, that we are on mission with God, who Jesus has sent us out. The Holy Spirit has gone before us, and we're to proclaim the gospel to all nations. All right? Let's get going. Let's, through our time, talent, and treasure, be obedient.